All right, guys, welcome back to week 3. I apologize for missing last week. I will make it up to you with a bonus this week. And it's not just a bonus because I'm going to make up for it. It's also a bonus because of the flavor. It's something I've never seen before. Now, it's not something groundbreaking, but I think based upon the comment section, you guys will appreciate it. But right now, today, this is somewhat impromptu. And it's not impromptu because I wasn't planning on doing a review today. It's because I forgot what type I was doing. This is Campbell's Chunky. Now this one, now here's the thing. A lot of people might be thinking, why are you doing Campbell's? That was your first one. I basically found out that the food line I go to basically has like 3 or 4 different brands and flavors. I thought there were a lot more, so I will have to, expand my grocery shopping palette, as it were. If you have any ideas, Walmart, stuff like that, let me know. But we're gonna do another Campbell's Chunky. And I think a lot of you might be thinking what I'm thinking, which is, I think chunky is code for simply more potatoes, but we are going to find out. This is what it's looking like here. I cannot tell if it's focusing. I have a little, one of those knob things on the back of my phone. I'm experimenting here, so the lighting and the angle might be a little bit different. But we're just gonna dive right in. Sorry for the longer intro. It's been about a week and a half, so actually, it's been 2 weeks, so without further ado, let's get moving. Trying to avoid the, first. You see the potatoes on top. I'm trying to avoid that this time. A couple people were like, hey, you're going right for the potato that's on the top. That's not fair to start off. I get that. That makes sense. So I'm going to bury these, give a nice little mix up here. I'm going to start really going at it, though. Good texture, good cream. Saw some of your comments as well. Good flavor. The flavors are usually pretty good for all of them. The only issue usually for me is when it's very watery, the flavor is terrible. And when it comes to flavor, the bonus one this week, you'll see another reason why I think it's a bonus. It's nothing groundbreaking, not gonna be, going crazy, but I think you'll appreciate it. And if you're wondering, literally not even a clam yet. This is pretty wild. Still no clams. Trying to avoid these big humps. I'm gonna move this out of the way. You already know what it looks like. Okay, here we go. So, first clam of the day, back part of the spoon. We got one on the board here. Decent sized clam, I will say. Good texture and chewiness on the clam. Once again, you already know what I'm thinking, and the chunky is so far just code for more potatoes. And I'm sure you can see them as these are all potatoes. There's actually no clams on this. And I was wondering when I bought this, going back to the Campbell's, if big clam would step up, and that is what chunky meant. It's not the case so far. It's not looking like it's going to be. Taste-wise and creaminess-wise, I will say it's a little bit better. I see why you guys are asking me to, let you know about that. Once again, New England clam chowder. Okay. Just making sure I'm reading that right. I'm not even doing that either. I noticed I've done that so far with every one. Like actually looking at the can. It's because I'm literally halfway through these bowls wondering if I got the wrong soup. This is kind of wild though, I will say. Trying to make up for the longer intro by kind of moving a little bit here. I literally just hit my second clam. There's a little one on the top there. This is kind of wild. I gotta say, I was not expecting this. I was expecting at least a couple more. This might actually be the least amount of clams so far, in all three that I've done so far. Man. At this rate, I'm going to be in, restaurants with the servers going by with my camera right here, just absolutely trashing their soup. I mean, that's going to be fun. That is going to be very awkward and fun. I don't know how that's going to go in the long run, but we'll do the cans first, obviously. I've had some other shout-outs in terms of brands and stuff. I had one friend text me when I texted them the video. They sent me it's like a 3-pack. It's like $30. I forget what it's called. I'll let you know in the next one. Oh, what's it called? I can't remember, but it's definitely not in the stores. I gotta say, this is this literally just means more potatoes. That's all it means. You guys already knew that. This easily had the least amount of clams out of all three. Stunning. And it's not like, oh, there's more potatoes, therefore I am not noticing the clams as much, or if there's more potatoes, I was expecting more clams because of the chunkiness. This is flat out, hands down the least amount. Creaminess-wise and taste-wise, just like the others, it's really hard to go wrong with taste. But I know what you guys mean by that. We're done. I am absolutely blown away by this one. I knew that chunky was just big clam talk for, more potatoes. This was an absolute disaster. I actually was kind of, when I first saw this, thinking, okay, this might be the one that really turns this channel around. It makes me have to, realize there are some clams, in clam chowder out there. I said that backwards, but we're only doing a take. There are cans out there that have a proper amount of clams in them. This is an absolute catastrophe. I pine for the days where, I had the Campbell's new look and the progressive. This was the absolute opposite of progress. This isn't, okay, I know you guys like the can review, so real quick before I give you the actual review, just look at that can. I don't see clams in there. I see green and some potatoes. 5 out of 10 with the can. I cannot believe this was 4.9. 4.9. I cannot possibly believe that this had less clams than the Campbell's new look or the Progresso. This was somewhat shocking, and it might make the bonus later this week be somewhat similar. The taste will be slightly different. You'll see what I mean by that. That's to make up for last weekend, and since you guys like the taste talk, you guys might like this next one coming up. I'll do it in a couple days. I won't wait for the weekend, but yeah, 4.9 out of 10. Can was chunky. That was a disgrace.